Welcome to the Knowledge Boner podcast, everyone. Sorry, laughing, a little inside joke between me and Wally. Um, Pre-recording. It's pretty funny. And so I do have my boy Wally Wynn here with me. How's it going, Wally?
What up, knowledge boner boners?
Yeah. If you're new to the podcast, welcome, guys.
Mm.
We love meeting new people, and we're all about dropping knowledge bombs. And why don't you, for those listening in, why don't you just kind of explain to them why this is called Knowledge Boner Podcast, and what makes a knowledge boner a knowledge boner?
So me and Dylan, we've watched probably every webinar, every free training, everything we just like to watch stuff. Like the curiosity peaks, we'll look at it and at least listen to it, right? So, but you guys have had those moments where you've been on those webinars and then, all of a sudden this guy, whether it doesn't matter who it is, it could be Billie Jean, it could be Ty Lopez, whoever it is, they say this one thing to you. And all of a sudden you're just like, bing, light bulb. Oh my gosh, why did I not think of that before? I'm an idiot, whatever. You just like want to smash yourself in the face, whatever it is. That is a knowledge boner. So that's also the aha moments, you're just like, yeah, I get it. I'm going to make so much money or whatever it is that gives you, that feeling. That's what the knowledge boner, that's what it is.
Yeah. All those frustrating times of failures and you testing stuff out or it's funny because sometimes you'll hear what someone's trying to tell you and you get it, but it just never clicks. And then you hear it a different way from somebody else, which is the perfect way you needed to hear it. And then it clicks and you're like, oh my gosh, I get it. And then you're just like super excited. That's what it's all about, guys. That's a knowledge boner. Definitely listen to past episodes we have done some interviews with other entrepreneurs on the podcast. We will continuously get other experts in different fields here in the podcast. The whole purpose is to deliver value to you guys, especially if you like learning as much as we do. And the topics this week has been all about money management. Last week was productivity. The week prior was lead generation. And this week we're focusing on money management, especially if you're brand new to entrepreneurship, or maybe you are an entrepreneur right now. And I actually, Wally, I see this question come up a lot from other entrepreneurs all the time, are asking about how do I budget? I'm doing my entrepreneur journey. I'm getting some sales here and there. I just don't know how to manage my finances and what to do with my business and et cetera, personal expenses, all that jazz, right? So if you guys are tuning in today, make sure that you catch at least the past 2 episodes of this week so you're caught up to where we are today. And today we are talking about how to stack other streams of income on what you're already doing. Now, of course, it's all about multiple streams of income. And yesterday we talked about being focused on one. So now we're going to talk about how to expand upon that and the different avenues that you're going to focus. Now in the business age today with digital marketing and social media and websites and your computer, right? You're watching right now probably from your cell phone or on a computer. If you're seeing this video, if you're tuning on an Anchor, you're listening from a device, right? Social media and technology has changed the game for us. So it's so easy to add other streams of income now. And we're going to kind of expound upon like what different ways there are. So we talked about yesterday, focus on a service-based business, right? Whether it's coaching or, doing a service for somebody else. And so let's kind of deep dive into other things that you can look for to add on it. So let's go into one and let's go with affiliate marketing. Okay. So you're focused on your one income stream. You're building it up. You've been doing content curation like you're supposed to, like we talked about yesterday. And now you want to add a different stream within your niche of what you're already doing. And so affiliate marketing, guys, for you, if you don't know what that is, there are people that do this like full time all over the place, but I'm talking about using affiliate marketing with what you're already doing. And so like, let's say whether you're doing what Wally's doing, services for somebody else, or whether it's fitness, it doesn't matter. You have either products or softwares or something that you're already using, okay, and recommending to people that you are using your service or coaching and stuff for, whatever it is. So what companies and products and stuff will do is they'll say, hey, if you guys recommend our brand, especially if you're using it already, we will pay you a commission of somebody else using it. That's all affiliate marketing is. So you went from your high income skill, which is much higher profit margin, right, to a smaller profit margin, but you're going to be doing it anyways. So now this can be a completely side income stream. And, I see a lot of people, especially big on YouTube, like where if you're doing a lot of YouTube curation content over time and let's say it's like backed up for like a whole year and you never did affiliate marketing, you can go back through all those videos after having a large following of products you're already recommending. And as people come in watching it, just from putting those links, I mean, I've seen some crazy income testimonials just from that alone of their recommendations, right?
Mhm.
So why don't you explain to them, you got your one income stream, you want to add a second one, right? And we want to focus right now on affiliate marketing. What kind of things should you look for to kind of go into like your niche and add affiliate marketing as an income stream?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll take my niche. I mean, that's the easiest one to go for, right? So, for example, so I do marketing services, right? We use chatbots, we build funnels, all that stuff. So there are a bunch of different ways you can use, a bunch of different softwares you got to use in that whole mix of gambits, right? So, for example, for me to build funnels and for me to get leads and build like sales funnels and that kind of stuff for people, opt-in pages, I got to use different kinds of software, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the main two softwares that people use out there is ClickFunnels and I can't remember right now. It's ClickFunnels and Lead Pages. Sorry, Lead Pages. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the two main softwares, right? So, but the cool thing about those two softwares is you're going to use them anyway, and other people will probably have to use them because they're good. They're good products, but you're going to because you use them already and you're going to recommend them. They have affiliate programs attached to them. So as you go and do your client work now, you can say, okay, now hey client, I can set up the service for you, right? But if you want it all to be in your name, all of your own stuff, you can create your own accounts, all that kind of stuff, right? So now not only are they going to pay you for that service, but on top of that, because there's an affiliate program with that software, you're also going to get paid on the software that they're going to use that you're going to implement for them anyway. Does that make sense?
Yep,
Does that
exactly.
make sense? So for example, like it gets even like multi-layered from there. So like that's just one software. We're talking about landing pages, right? There's also email software that I have to use. There's also visual software I have to use. There's also different kind of automation software that I have to use, and all of those programs, most of them have affiliate programs attached to them. So every time I go and do client work now, as I implement these different systems into their businesses, I can basically make a second income stream underneath them that most people don't even know about because it's all affiliate, right?
Yep, exactly. You're already going to be recommending stuff anyway, so now you can get paid and add that as a stream. I mean, you can go on YouTube, guys, and find people that you like to watch and follow that are just vloggers, right? Vlogging is huge. And you look at their link, they all do the same thing. They'll have links to like the cameras that they use for vlogging, like
Mm-hmm.
what they're recording with. Why? Because people ask them that all the time. You're intrigued by it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, I've been following you for the past year. Like, I love your stuff. I have a question. And if you're getting common questions, like, what kind of camera do you use? What
Mm-hmm.
kind of lenses are you using? How are you editing this stuff? What kind of editing software you use? Well, vloggers will be like, oh, hey guys, you want to know the camera I use? You want to know the software, everything? Boom, link. They're affiliate links. You go use what they use. They get paid a commission off of just for recommending it. But it's
Mm-hmm.
smart. They were going to recommend it to you anyways. You asked them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but think about how cool that is. If there's something that you guys like and enjoy doing anyways, I don't care if it's video games or whatever it is. I don't care if you like golfing. Um, Whatever it is that you're already using, you're already paying for, you have already bought, and you're going to be telling people about this. Well, now you can add it as an income stream just for sharing it and recommending it to somebody. I mean, I wish movie theaters would do this. I mean, it'd be killer. Hey guy, I'd be like, yeah, just saw every weekend. Hey guys, go see this movie, go see that movie. I loved it. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
pay me
true.
commission.
That's
Um,
true. That's true. Yeah, if
yeah,
movies did it, you make sick commissions. Absolutely. Mm.
yeah, or even on residual. AMC's crushing it right now with their monthly. You pay like $20 a month, and you get to see it's like 3 to 5 movies a week
There's
for
even a
just
better one. There's
20 bucks.
one. There is one. Actually, now I think about it, we got to ask Tim about this. If you guys remember our buddy Tim from another episode, there is an affiliate program with a one called Movie Pass, I believe.
Mm.
Movie Pass. So you guys can check that one out. We might even pop an affiliate link down here too in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. If you see it down there, guys, check out Movie Pass.
It's awesome. No, Movie Pass is awesome. It's like they got free tickets. So they have a movie theater that's right by their house, and every month they pay a monthly subscription, and they can go to as many movies as they want.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're passionate about and guys, you can build a business. Who knows? You can probably build a business off of going and seeing movies and talking about. I've seen people do it actually. Reviews. Maybe you go do movies. You do content on building reviews. I have no idea what kind of high ticket service you could sell. To add to that, you got to be creative. That's what it's all about, being entrepreneurial. But it's just about taking what you love and what you enjoy and expounding upon it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you have your service, and then you add affiliate marketing to it, right? That's two income streams. Okay. Now, how else can we expand upon that? What else can we do?
You got coaching right after that, right? So now not only you making money doing the stuff, now you can coach other people how to do it and make another income stream underneath all of that.
Yep.
Coach them
Add on.
exactly what you do to help people. Boom.
Yep. Exactly. Now and then now vice versa. Okay. Let's do it this way. Let's say you were already focused on high ticket and you were doing coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right or out. So obviously going high ticket with what we're talking about, right? If you're, especially if you're selling coaching packages for $2,000 to $3,000, I don't even care if it's personal training. You have to use your one-on-one time with those people, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you're posting content, and maybe you just added affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not everyone can afford the $3,000 package, right? But you know that you're getting maybe 5 people a month is what you're averaging, and your main focus is just those clients for that month, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
happy, you enjoy it, that's your time being spent, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you have so many people coming at you. You can add a lower tier of building a course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have a kind of the same method of training that you're doing, and people be like, you know what, I can't afford to pay you $3,000 to coach me. Hey, that's okay. You know what? I have a $500 or $1,000 course that kind of lays out exactly the routine that I'd be having you do anyways. Now, I won't be there to personally coach you, but if you're committed and you can watch videos and you can hold yourself accountable without me doing it, here's access to my course. And you're going to have way more people over time that can't afford your packaging services. Then boom, you just added a completely other revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we got your personal high ticket service. You have affiliate marketing. Now you have courses, which again, pure profit. Let's go to another one. How can you add a fourth one? Here's how you can do it. You can recommend other people's services that's within what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's say you are you're in personal training, and you put somebody on a workout regimen, and you have them on a diet plan, and you're getting them to lose weight. But somebody else has an awesome program where they teach them like a month cleanse, like a detailed like
Mm-hmm.
cleanse to detoxify, get rid of all impurities. Not only does it help with weight loss, but it helps with mood and health and sickness. And you're like, wow, that's really awesome. I'd love to try that myself, right? You get it and you love it, and you can go to that person and be like, hey, I have this really big following, and I'm coaching all these people. And I loved your 30-day cleanse program. It was intense. I know you're selling that for $1,000. I love to recommend this. Why don't we do a JV? If you guys don't know what JV is, it's called joint venture. I'll recommend you to all my audience and stuff and talk about your program, and we can do either a 60-40 or 50-50 split. Right? Now boom, now you're recommending their product. And you may say, well, that sounds like affiliate. It is as an affiliate, sort of, but you're doing it as a joint venture. And why it's a joint venture is because
You get to leverage each other's positioning, right? So just an affiliate doesn't necessarily mean that I whatever, but if I can now say, hey, I'm in this webinar with Ty Lopez and we're selling it together, you see how we're leveraging each other's like positioning. That's the
exactly.
difference.
Yeah. And in return, you helping them out their product, they do the same thing for their audience. And if you're actually doing what you're supposed to, you can build an email list off of their audience, and you can also sell your stuff to their audience. So basically you guys are like combining audiences and leveraging each other, and you're both making a profit off of it. So that's
Mm-hmm.
another means as a stream of income. And then finally, while you're doing all this, if you paid attention to video 1 or episode 1 of this week's series, we talked about setting money aside. While you're doing all this stuff, you're still, remember, you don't just stop building that one account like we talked about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to the episode. I'll put a link to video 1 of the series in the bottom if you guys are catching this on YouTube and you're just now tuning in today. You're still setting that money aside. But eventually, as you're scaling all these different revenue streams, and your budget for your personal life is good, you're comfortable living, your business is growing, and you're setting money aside, now you can start focusing on buying those assets like we talked about, like very high level real estate, buying apartment complexes, investing in other people's businesses, which is, another skill, but you have to have the capital to do that. So you may be wondering the whole time, well, that's great for those people who have the capital. Well, guess what? If you're doing everything and you're building that account at such a rapid rate from all these streams of income, now you can do that. Now you can leverage other people's businesses and other people's time through like big capital gains for more assets. Now at this point, that's when it's just nuts, right? And we're not even there yet. We're tuning in right now, like, we're not there. We're our goals, hashtag goals.
I'm getting there. We're gonna
Right?
get there.
Absolutely. That's everyone's goal. It's everyone's dream is to get to that point. But that's why we share all this stuff with you guys, because before I used to be on the same train as everyone else. I didn't know any better. I thought that you had to set money aside and build a 401k and worry about stocks and bonds and invest in those type of assets for your future just to get these small dividend payouts. And then even sitting there, I'm like, well, gosh, how the hell do people have the money to get into like real estate and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like doing this, like I have to wait till I'm 65 years old just to get like all this, just the capital that I'm going to pay taxes on and then be able to invest into real estate. Like that's insane. And then now after educating myself and learning, I see now exactly we were taught wrong. Everyone listening, we're all taught wrong. Like society has fucked you over. School system has taught you everything incorrectly, and
Mm-hmm.
no one wants to get there. So those are just different means of building other side assets, built upon what you're already doing. If you have tuned into other episodes, I know we had Tim on here. We've talked about direct selling, network marketing industry. Wally works with some clients in that field as well. And what's interesting, if you're tuning into this, and maybe that is your kind of your side hustle, your kind of side business right now, is MLM or direct selling. You can still add these other streams after you've built that and you've kind of made a name for yourself, right? Wally's already doing this for his other clients. Just because you're in that industry doesn't mean that that can be your only stream of income. You can still leverage other means, right? Whether it's softwares or maybe like other products and stuff, as long as you're not competing with the industry that you're in, but you can use your name and your brand and offer coaching services, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're getting ready to get involved with that and stuff, but there are other means of income streams that you just take sitting down and asking yourself, hey, this is where I'm at. I'm comfortable. I've really mastered this one skill, and what else can I do that's in line in the same lane with what I'm already doing that can give me other streams of income? That's what it's all about. That's what we mean by building other assets and focusing on growing your assets over your liabilities, right?
Right. And so, I mean, one thing that's kind of interesting to point out there is, we didn't say build multiple streams of income in as many spots as possible. Right. And I want that to be something that you 100% take away from here. If you didn't get anything else, you remember we said, it's building within that something that you're already in. Right. So you don't want to, like, if I am doing makeup, I don't want to turn around and all of a sudden doing tattoos for people. Right. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want to, I don't want to do, like, what I mean? You got to stay within this niche. Now, I shouldn't have used makeup and tattoos because people get their eyebrows and stuff tattooed on now, but I shouldn't have used that example. But the point is, you want to you want to use the other things that within what you're already doing. So that way you're not wasting your time. And what I mean by wasting your time is, if you're struggling doing like 3 different kinds of businesses in 3 different kinds of avenues, and you got to do all of the research and all the topic and all the content creation for all 3 of these different kinds of businesses, you're going to burn yourself out very quickly.
Yep,
You're
100%.
burn yourself out.
And so tomorrow we will be deep diving into when to build a team and when to start getting to the point where you're ready to outsource, right? And then tell you kind of when to focus on, because Wally brought up a good point. Of course, when you get to the point where you master your high income skill and you get that up to 10K plus, and then you start doing all these other side income streams as well, your time is going to start being spread out, right? So we're going to deep dive tomorrow, tell you guys exactly when you should actually worry about outsourcing, hiring, building a team, and what to be focused on as far of your income streams is concerned. So hope you guys found today valuable. Hope that makes sense for everybody. If maybe you're curious about what does it mean to build multiple streams of income, because we hear that all the time, right? And yes, it is important. And I know from you guys listening, you'd be like, well, that sounds great, but people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and Mark Cuban and Richard Branson and all these billionaires, you know, they do Bitcoin and they do stocks and they do this. And then it's like,
Mhm.
guys, you have to understand. And this is, I could have saved this for Rant Friday actually, because it pisses me off when I hear this, but I'll say it now, is you're at certain levels, just as much as it would be if Wally was going to say, hey, go do this workout, right? And I'm put you on a specific workout plan and a diet, and you'd be like, well, this other guy's like counting, you know, his calories, and he's doing like this specific workout, and he's on this awesome, you know, strenuous diet right here, and he has like, you know, measuring his micros and his macros and all this stuff. And then I look at you and you're like fucking 40% body fat. It's like, dude, there are different levels to everything. Okay. Just as much
Mhm.
as in fitness. Like, it wouldn't make sense to put you on something from a guy that's training for fucking 3% body fat, physique competition, has been working out his entire life. Right.
Mhm.
Yes, that is a strategy that he's using strategically, but you are not there. You're nowhere even close to being there. Like,
Mhm.
you're right now, you're in fat ass mode. You got to get out of fat ass mode and get into the right habits. Right. And you got to understand, when you see all these other people in business, it's the same thing. Think of levels of business as your body fat percentage right now. Okay. If
Yep.
you're brand new to entrepreneurship, you're like 50, 60% fucking body fat. And you're looking at the 3%ers and 3% body fat people, like the billionaires in the country, who, yeah, they have so much money set aside that they don't care if they drop a bunch into Bitcoin or they drop a bunch into a stock and see what happens. And not to mention, they're knowledgeable on it. They're at the point where that it doesn't fucking matter. They've built it. They're there. They've won. They have so much money, and they
Mhm.
have to put money. When you get to that point where you're leveraging taxes and stuff, and
Mhm.
you have your accountant and investments, you know, then yeah, by all means, drop money into that shit. But don't look at those type of people and think, well, they're doing it, I should be doing that right now. No,
Mhm.
you have to trim all the fat off first.
Mhm.
You can't just start doing advanced strategy. It makes no sense in health, and it makes no sense in business.
Mhm.
So if you were watching this and that thought already went through your mind, I'm telling you guys, know what fucking level you're at, know what lane you're in. Okay. That this is so important. You can't just start incorporating high level strategies. I can't go to fucking Tom Brady and be like, dude, I want you to start coaching me. Start coaching me, make me a
Well,
badass
think
fucking
about
quarterback.
well, this is a good example right here. Think about the transition from so for you guys who are baseball fans out there, the transition from T-ball to normal baseball, right? And you got to play T-ball first. The rules are different. In T-ball, the ball's there. You're probably not going to hit a home run. You're going to get a good swing at it. You're going to hit it with a good percentage versus the ball. And think about the difference between T-ball and baseball. Now, when you play baseball, now the ball's thrown at you. You got to account for different variables. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's whenever different strategy comes in. Right now, you might be at, at T-ball level. So the only thing you need to worry about is getting up there and swinging the damn bat.
Yeah, exactly. It's so true, guys. So it's so frustrating. I hear and I see comments on like on posts and stuff like this all the time, and all these people, like, you know, they bring up what so and so and who's like, you know, way successful is doing. And it's like, yeah, because they can afford it, they have the capital, they have the experience, they have the skills, like they're so far ahead. And just like I said, like, you know, if it makes sense for a college quarterback to go and be mentored under a professional quarterback, because the professional quarterback doesn't have to explain basic drills. They don't have to explain advanced drills. You understand the basics of reading plays, understanding playbooks, and everything you're supposed to do with football, right? But if you don't, like, I don't know all that shit. I think Tom Brady's going to have time to explain the basics of shit, proper way to throw a football. You know, here's a basic playbook, like run XYZ play, which is like the basics of the basics. He doesn't have time to explain that shit. If you're not even a college football player, you're not ready to go to that level. They can't fucking help you. You're not there yet. It makes no sense. So you got to understand. You got to understand what your levels are in business, and realize that, yes, you want to learn from successful people, but you can't learn from ultra successful people unless you're at that level. So you're going to jump specific levels when you get to that point, right? When you're at the point where you have a business and you're scaling, and I see all the time, and it's very smart. Maybe you're up to like 10 million a month. Okay. By all means, you can find other entrepreneurs who are at that $100 million mark. And then that's the time where you'd be like, wow, you know, they're 10x and I'm ready to jump from 10 million to 100 million. You understand the basis of what they're doing, but now what they're going to teach you is a little bit more high level of where you're like, oh, Now you're going to have a knowledge boner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you get it. Compared to like if they tell you all that shit now, like I'm not getting a knowledge boner from that. I don't know what the fuck
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about, dude.
Yep.
You know, you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's key, is knowing when to stay in your lane and understand, like, you know, where you're at and what level you are, and don't just take multiple streams of income as this broad, you know, thing that you hear. Like, yes, of course you want multiple income streams, but you can't take, guys, what you see other people doing and then realize like, well, if they're doing that, I have to do it to get those results. No,
Mm-hmm.
you need to start with the basics. You need to build up and you need to get your skill level up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it's all about. And then you have anything before we hop off this episode to add to that?
No, I just want you guys to realize that you. I mean, it's just different in strategy, right? Like it's just you're at different levels. I mean, I think Dylan said it really, really good right there. It's just you're applying the wrong strategy for the wrong level.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a really good strategy, like, you know, and I had this battle too with myself. It's like, okay, so I might have a really good marketing idea, marketing strategy, right? But I might not have the capital at the level I'm at to execute the strategy. It might be a fucking great campaign, right? But I just can't execute it because I'm not ready yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. So recognize what kind of income streams you guys can add to what it is that you're already doing. If you don't have anything to add first, master episode 1 of this week of setting money aside, figuring out what the hell you want to do, investing into it, then go through the tiers of each episode this week, and then you'll get to the levels where you can actually start expanding upon multiple streams of income kind of outside your realm. And interesting enough, I'll leave with this one gold nugget that I remember from Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett says the maximum amount of industries that you should ever go is never more than 2. So when you get to the point where, like, let's say you're just you are in the fitness industry, right? And you're like dominating, you have multiple streams of income all within fitness. You've expanded, you've hit, and you're like at least 300 million plus to billionaire status in fitness industry. And you're like, you know what? I want to take the time and I want to learn another industry and kind of build and expand and build up something on the side with that. Warren Buffett says that's okay, but you should never go away from 2. So don't worry about 2 until you get that one fucking like monstrous
Mm-hmm.
is the moral of that story. But afterwards, don't ever try to go away from more than 2, because it's just you can't do it. There's no way you're going to be able to monitor and grow those 2. But if
Mm-hmm.
you can, focus on 1.
But and so honestly, you know, and now that you said that, I would actually want to invoke a little bit of a challenge for people who haven't. If you're at that point where you haven't seen anything yet, or if you don't have a high income skill, you have no idea what the hell you want to do. You know, take a page out of our live we did the other day and wear 2 or more. Say yes to opportunity, right? Try a bunch of shit. Try it. You know, you're gonna find out really fast if you like it or don't like it.
Yeah.
But that's the fastest way to figure out what it is you want to do and what it is you don't want to do, is just to try a bunch of stuff. So if you're in that situation right now where you're not really 100% sure, go try a bunch of shit.
And for those who don't know what he's talking about, you can just go to Facebook and the URL at the top of the search, type in where, WHERE, the number 2, or more society, and you'll find the Facebook page. It's another side group that we do every Wednesday on hump days. And just kind of get you guys through the week, group of 4 of us entrepreneurs. So definitely tune into that if you haven't checked it out yet. As always, we appreciate the support, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today's episode, and we will catch you guys tomorrow where we will talk about team building.